Hello, this is Seth and this vlog is my anniversary vlog. I don't really have many friends who have cerebral palsy because when I was in school, there was another kid, one of my friends and I were the only people with cerebral palsy in the whole school. Obviously, there are other people with cerebral palsy, but they weren't at school or they weren't in public school or I don't know where they were because New Hampshire started admitting people who had more profound disabilities when I was in 8th grade, and it's the right thing to do because even if, some people might think, oh, the kid isn't going to get anything out of it because code word for they're a vegetable, but we don't know that. Just because they're not verbal and they can't speak to you doesn't mean they're not getting anything out of it. They just can't communicate what they're getting out of it in a way that you understand, in a way that I understand. And in that way, it's my fault for not having the communicative skills to connect with that kid. And an added bonus is that what I've observed is that I work with a guy who was quadriplegic and nonverbal, and people love that guy because he had a big smile, he was always cheerful, he was always cheering people up like I do, but without words. The benefit of having a person like that in class is immeasurable. It just gets kids to open up and say, hey, he's not like me, but he's a happy guy. He's making me happy. That's a positive interaction, and you really can't pay for money for that. It's priceless. Yeah, I went off to college. I was intended on being a teacher and a writer. I wrote for a paper when I was 19, like a freshman in college, like feature articles. Taught myself how to do that, and I didn't like the. I'm laughing because I didn't like that how sarcastic and jaded and stuff the news was then, but now it's like 10,000 times worse. Now news is, media, or news is entertainment. It's not really news anymore, most of it. And, that's why I didn't go into newspapering full time. And I decided to become a teacher because, I like kids. Kids are awesome. I never was able to become a teacher because I was graduating at the time when not a lot of older teachers were retiring. So I went to grad school at Dartmouth instead. That's when I got really interested in film. And I wrote a screenplay in 2004, 2005. I directed, produced, starred in everything this video, and it was really hard for me to be in front of the camera and remember my darn lines that I had written. I wrote those lines. I couldn't remember them because sometimes when you're in front of the camera, your thoughts just get sucked out of your head, and you're like, why am I here? But I'm getting better. They still happens now. I got my computer here with notes on it so I don't forget. It's not because I'm getting old. The reason why I wanted to start YouTube is there really aren't too many people like me, and the people who are like me who have jobs, college degrees, drive cars, own houses, are married, whatever normalcy is, even I'm not that normal. They don't want to spend their time talking about how different they are. They've assimilated to a level that most of us would love to assimilate to. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I have that teacher gene in my body because both of my parents were teachers. And we want people to understand other people and accept other people because that is what makes America great. Truly is. It happens in other parts of the world, but when I went to Russia, they think, oh, there are no people with disabilities in Russia. Like, oh, there are no gay people in Russia. And you know, that's not true. Neither one of those things are true. I saw this guy in a cool wheelchair. He had a ratchet system, so he was rowing himself. And the roller, like, mechanicals were connected to his wheels and just propelling himself. It was one of the most awesome devices I've ever seen for people who really can't push themselves in the wheelchair in the way that you're supposed to. But I think this is, if I needed to have a wheelchair, that's what I would do. It's far easier. And Russian was fantastic. Everyone treated me well because Kate was with me, and Katie gets some things done. She gets stuff done. I went to St. Petersburg and Pskov, which is where Kate lives, and it was eye-opening. I want to go back when we're not too, on the verge of war or whatever we're in. This thing is scary. I'm not going back until it's stable like it used to be. Yeah, and I just feel it necessary to, with my channel, to promote. Like, I can do it, so can you, or not everyone who's disabled is United Cerebral Palsy. They don't operate in my state, but when they have the connection cups, they always have someone on Canadian crutches. The Canadian crutches have the arm pieces, not the shoulder pieces. And they always have people in wheelchairs, and we're not all like that. And it's probably the same with every disability. If you're blind, you don't always walk around with a cane. You can choose not to use a cane if you're just going from car to the house and you know it by like the back of your hand. It's just stereotypes. And so, when I started my YouTube channel, the first thing I did was I made a vlog about I have cerebral palsy and what that means to me. And it's one of my most watched videos. But I didn't want to do just things on cerebral palsy. Like, I have cerebral palsy, watch me drink water. Because having a disability, there's this overall consensus that you can't do anything by yourself or you need help with stuff. And it isn't true. I can drink water by myself. When I was younger, I used to inhale water. Since 3 years old, I've been able to hold my breath and drink. It's not always as bad as it seems. I just wanted to spotlight my real life. My real life does not revolve around my having cerebral palsy. That may be a factor in what I choose to do. Like, I choose not to go outside when it's ultra icy, knowing that I'm gonna fall on my keister. But it's gonna affect the way I do things, but not if I do things or if I don't. Sometimes if I don't, because it's safer, but most of the time it's just a modification. Like, if you're short like me and you go into the grocery store, you're not gonna go, I'm not going to the grocery store because I'm short and I can't reach the tall shelf. You know, it's just going to be a modification whether you have a grabber or you have call a person over who's taller than you are and saying, can you get the wrap, please? So if you like this video, click like, subscribe, hit my bell if you want my notifications to show up in your feed. My links are below, so check them out, along with Chronic Mom Vlogs, vlog address. Check her out, she's a hoot, she's great. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching me. And I'll have more vlogs coming up very soon. Bye.